Hello, SeaWorld Orlando and Busch Garden Tampa fans, and welcome to my channel, Florida Vacations Made Easy. Another live video coming to you on the website. You can find the information for both parks as far as what closures are actually happening. My good friend from Florida, Michael, has reached out to me to go ahead and get that information out to you guys, since it is now available out to the public. So figured I might want to go ahead and tell you which attractions will be closed when you arrive to either of those two parks in Florida. So at Busch Gardens Tampa, the Sky Ride will be down. Okay, they obviously have issues probably cleaning it, because I mean it's a lot of surface area that they'll have to wipe down. Makes perfect sense, I understand. Also, the log flume over there will also be shut down, and I'm assuming it's probably for the same reason. Too many log flumes, the line just wouldn't be going very well. So those are the only two closures at Busch Gardens Tampa, so that's pretty cool. Hey Aiden, how you doing? So the issue here is that's Busch Gardens Tampa. Not too bad. All the coasters are up and running, folks, except for Iron Quasi. I will get to I'll get information back to you guys as soon as I can when they let me know what will be the actual date for opening. However, most likely Iron Quasi will not be open probably for another month. RMC, as you all know, they're top brass when it comes to the coaster building. They're not going to release that coaster until they know 100% that it's running the way it's supposed to be running as designed. They have not been back on site to test the coaster since their last testing back in March. We were there, we saw it actually, you know, they were working on it and everything. So when they left, basically they left. The park was shut down. I hope they can get back down there and get it running. Okay, let's move over to SeaWorld Orlando. Orlando has a lot more stuff going on, and I'll explain why. At SeaWorld Orlando, they're going to shut down the Sky Tower. Again, too much seating around that big circle, both up and lower floors. I don't foresee them how they're going to clean that after every single ride, so it makes perfect sense to shut it down. Better safe than sorry, right guys? The other ride that's going to be closed down is the paddle boats, those little pink boats on the water, because I mean it's kind of unsafe for someone to jump on board the boat and wipe it down, and I mean they could fall into that lake, you know. So I don't see that happening either. So that makes perfect sense to shut that one down as well. Now here's the surprising one: Journey to Atlantis is going to be closed. Geez, every time I go, it's always closed. I can understand, you know, those rows. They don't want to jump on there, wipe them all down. They do get wet quite a bit, so, you know, but again, makes sense because of the log flume is going to be shut down. So definitely that is something going to happen. Coaster Dude, hey, appreciate watching, guys. So yeah, that makes sense with the paddle boats being shut down as well. The other ride that is really a surprise here, but it's not a surprise when you think about it, is the Antarctic ride, the penguins. Now, the reason why they're shutting that down most likely is because of the cold. It is extremely cold inside, whether you're on the ride or whether you get into there where the penguins are. This virus supposedly really propagates really fast and well in cold weather. So people, and another thing, when you go in there, you can actually breathe into the air and see a mist of, you know, coming out of your mouth like a fog. So I could see where they're going to shut that down. No way, they're not going to allow it. You know, because that cold will just spread, and literally people in front of you, you'll be able to see exactly how far they're able to breathe on you. So yeah, that makes perfect sense to shut that ride down. I kind of miss it in a way. It's a cute little ride, you know, with Puck and all. But hopefully, maybe, possibly, they'll open up the other side where you can come in through the exit and see the penguins on the glass wall. It's not too cold in that area, so it's possible. I just don't think it's probable. I don't think they want to deal with it. So we'll find out soon enough. And lastly, just like Disney, all parades are shut down. So if either of those parks had parades, like at SeaWorld Orlando, they have the Sesame Street Parade, they're going to shut that down because they don't want people gathering next to each other, because people are not going to follow social distancing. Surely they're going to want that primo spot right there in the front. Not going to happen. So unfortunately, that's the case there. Now, as far as the parking, I do believe they're going to skip, Because remember, SeaWorld Orlando and Busch Gardens Tampa has actual attendants in their parking lot to guide people where to park. They are probably going to separate the cars, social distancing of cars, right? I don't know if it's going to be 1 or 2 slots, but in SeaWorld San Antonio here, it was actually 2 slots, but nobody followed it. They had cones set out for one section. You know, after that, everyone's right next to each other. It was a joke. But like I said, in Busch Gardens, Tampa, and Orlando, they have parking attendants, and they will make you, they'll forcefully move you over. So expect that. Expect larger spaced out areas for the parking. Let's see. The Platinum, of course, you guys in the handicap will be able to park underneath the bridge and into the front area. I don't know how far they're going to spread people out there. Probably the same. Handicap, same thing. I don't know. There's no telling. So if you have any questions, go to the SeaWorld app or their website online and find out what is being closed, because everything's subject to change as needed. Things can open or close even further. From what I was told, it would be every other row for the coasters. So at least, it should be okay. And parties will not be separated from what I read and what I was told. So you'll be able to get, you have a family of 2. You'll get 2 rows there, and if it's a family of 4, they'll have all 4 rows. All 4 in a row. On Mako, for example, there's 4 slots. Will it be on each end? Most likely. If there's like 2 single riders or whatever, it'll be like 2 on each end, and then of course I'll skip a row and go to the next one. So we'll see what happens when the park opens. Don't forget, on the 8th, reservations open. I suggest using Chrome. It's for some reason it works better. I don't have an answer for you. Their IT department, I guess maybe they didn't update for Microsoft Edge, whatever the case may be. I don't know. It just had issues for me and tons of people I know. Firefox, same thing. It had issues, but for some reason Chrome just went right through. Not a hitch. Went right through. All right, guys, that's my live video for today. I've been working 6 days a week, and it's just been really a drag, and so I unfortunately haven't been able to go out to the parks as much as I want to, but I will be getting back out there as soon as I can. So until my next video, guys, you stay safe, and I'll be seeing you all at the parks. Until next time.